mynews.studio.
70 years after the last tiger disappeared from Central Asia, Kazakhstan is preparing to bring them back. The question is, will reintroducing the Amur tiger reshape the ecosystem or create challenges we haven't anticipated?
Today is February 4th, 2026. We're looking at a major ecological milestone. Kazakhstan is getting ready to reintroduce Amur tigers, brought in from Russia, into the wilds of Central Asia. But after all these years, why do this now?
It's not just about having tigers again. The Turan tiger, which used to live here, went extinct by 1948 because of hunting and a collapse in their prey, deer, saigas, kulans. Kazakhstan's plan is about restoring ecological balance, and it's also a test of international cooperation.
So this isn't only about symbolism. They actually want to build a breeding population. The first two tigers, Bothana and Kuma, came from the Netherlands in 2024, and now there are 3 or 4 more arriving from Russia this year.
It's about genetic diversity. If you start with just a few animals, you get inbreeding problems quickly. By bringing in tigers from Russia and the Netherlands, Kazakhstan can create a founder population that's healthier genetically. The first group, 2 from the Netherlands and 4 from Russia, will be paired and managed to keep their genes as mixed as possible.
Before you even have tigers, though, you need prey. What's been done to rebuild the prey base?
That's actually critical. Between 2018 and 2023, Kazakhstan reintroduced more than 200 Bukhara deer and 119 kulans into the Ili-Balkhash State Nature Reserve. They put satellite trackers on every animal to watch how they survive and move. The prey base is still fragile, so there's going to be a lot of ongoing management.
And the reserve itself isn't small. It's over 415,000 hectares. But what about infrastructure? How do you just put tigers into a landscape that hasn't had them in 70 years?
You don't just release them straight away. There's been a lot of preparation. 3.5-hectare enclosures for the tigers, other spaces for wild boar, and a modern veterinary station. The 2 Dutch tigers are in breeding enclosures under close specialist supervision. They'll be used for breeding, research, and education before any release happens.
Did they use experience from earlier projects, like reintroducing Przalski's horses?
Yes, exactly. The Przalski's horse project really influenced their methods, from satellite tracking to habitat work. Those lessons are now being used for the tigers.
Let's talk risks. What's the biggest challenge with bringing back apex predators after so long?
There are a few, but genetic bottlenecks and human-tiger conflict top the list. That's why they're bringing in tigers from different places and why Russian experts are training Kazakh staff in predator management. Last year, joint working groups met twice to share protocols. Satellite monitoring means they can react quickly if a tiger leaves the reserve.
What about the ecosystem? Tigers aren't just another animal. They can really change things. What's the expected effect on the landscape?
They control prey populations. Without tigers, deer and boar could multiply, leading to overgrazing and possible ecosystem collapse. Tigers help keep things in balance: plants, water, even other animals.
And it's not just Kazakhstan working on this. They're coordinating with Russia, the Netherlands, the WWF, and the UNDP. If things go well, could this become a model for other countries dealing with local extinctions?
That's the hope. This project is being watched closely around the world. If Kazakhstan succeeds, it could show that extinction doesn't always have to be the end. With planning, science, and cooperation, even top predators can be brought back.
How are they measuring success? Is it just about having tigers living in the wild?
It's broader than that. They'll track survival and breeding, how well the young do in the wild, and whether there's manageable conflict with people. They're using satellite data, ecosystem checks, and veterinary monitoring to cover all angles.
So what's next? The Russian tigers arrived this year. What's the timeline after that?
Offspring from both the Dutch and Russian tigers will be trained in hunting and survival skills before they're released. The parent tigers will probably stay for research and education. It's a long-term project. Decades, not a quick turnaround.
And what about local communities? Is there pushback? or enough support for this.
There will be changes. Local biodiversity will shift, and people will need to learn to live alongside tigers again. But with training and conflict prevention in place, the goal is peaceful coexistence.
If it works, it could be a guide not just for tigers, but for other lost species too. It's a real-world example of reversing extinction.
And it really challenges the belief that once a species is gone, that's it. Kazakhstan is showing that with effort and cooperation, nature can recover.
Tigers in Central Asia again, something no one alive today has seen. Could this change how we approach conservation? We'll have to wait and see.
Thanks for joining us as we explored Kazakhstan's effort to bring back the tiger. Sometimes extinction doesn't have to be the last word.
Thank you for listening. This episode was brought to you by mynews.studio. You can try it now, free.